Welcome to CEO Talk, building a future-ready home textile facility. Our guest today is Mr. Hardik Aggarwal, Director of Raghuveer Exim Limited. Represents a company that has been a part of India's home textile success story for many years. Raghuveer Exim Limited has built its reputation on delivering a quality product to global markets while continuously investing in innovation and manufacturing excellence. The company's latest milestone is the commissioning of its new manufacturing facility at Ogan, near Sanand, Gujarat, designed as one of the largest integrated bed linen manufacturing facility under one roof. This project represents far more than capacity expansion. It reflects a vision to create a world-class manufacturing ecosystem that combines scale, technology, and sustainability along with the customer responsiveness. We look forward to discussing the journey behind this remarkable achievement and the future opportunity it creates for the home textile industry. Welcome, Hardik. Congratulations on the new facility. What is the opportunity that you had seen in the market and what vision is there for the company?
The opportunity that we saw basically was that there's a gap that we see in the market.
Okay.
We see that there are less manufacturers to meet the demand in India.
Okay.
If practically you see, there are a handful of people who actually manufacture, but too many vendors in the business.
Okay.
And if you want to go with a big program, then there are not a lot of reliable factories in India.
Okay.
And also a lot of factories are not compliant as per the new requirements of the European companies.
Okay.
Going forward, this will be a basic requirement in India as well.
Okay.
It is not yet. So we see a good opportunity of textiles coming back to India. The neighboring countries actually were gaining a lot because of FTAs with their respective governments.
Europe and other countries.
Europe and UK.
Yeah.
And now India is very active. India already has an FTA with Australia, with UAE. They are doing, UK will be implemented soon, and then EU as well. We see a good opportunity of business coming back to India, and that is the entire reason why we built this new facility.
And why did you choose Ahmedabad or Sanand as the region for the manufacturing facility?
Ahmedabad is Gujarat, the state itself is very industry promoting.
Okay.
To give you a reference, when we wanted to build a factory, there was no access to the facility, to the land to that facility. The government helped build an entire road to that facility, which no other government, which would take us years to build with some other government. There is no lack of electricity over here. Even though we use renewable energy, the grid is always supporting of everything. Okay. So it's a robust environment for the industry. That is the reason we wanted never to move out of Gujarat.
Okay. And government is quite supportive over here.
Yes.
And I think, and you are close to Sanand, which is itself a big industrial area.
Sanand is the industrial future of, the technological industrial future of India. Yeah. A lot of semiconductor factories, a lot of automobile factories are now coming to Sanand.
Okay.
Pharmaceutical was already a big business over here.
Yeah.
So yes, that is why.
And even the when you are in export business, you need a good connectivity to the port also. So Mundra Port and JNPT is close by.
So Mundra Port is almost a 6-hour drive only from us, from the facilities.
Okay.
So that is very close by. We can ship our containers overnight to reach Mundra Port.
Okay.
So, and the way it is efficiently managed, being a private port, if a container leaves the facility on Monday, it can get on a vessel on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, that's I think a good choice of place and location. Did you get any kind of incentives from the government?
The government does give some incentives. We get about 25% back across various schemes for investing.
Over a period of time?
Over a period of 10 years. But in the end, that is not what we can base the business on.
Yeah.
Other states do give a lot more incentives back to us. But the idea is to be industry friendly and not only subsidy friendly.
Okay, okay. For the people seeing the facility for the first time, what kind of capabilities that you have developed or implemented in your new facility?
The idea of the facility started with that it should be better than anywhere in the world. It should be better than any textile process house in the world that they have seen. So that was a basic fundamental on the basis of which we built the entire facility. Because of that, when someone enters the facility, right from the entry, right from the view that they can see the grandness of the facility, they can see the size of the facility. The entire facility is built in such a way that you will feel that now it gets over, but it will never get over. The size is huge. And that was the grandness that we thought that we'll build. And even after that scale, you will not find anything that is out of place. So this is the largest facility for home textiles under one roof. We can do about 173 million meters of fabric a year.
What does that mean in terms of per day? 73 million meters of fabric?
173 million, not 73 million a year. So that is about 500,000 meters of fabric a day, which is the largest facility outside of China in the world. So that was the entire idea. And so for that we built, other than buying machines, for that we need a complete robust infrastructure as well. That is what we built over here. We built the people, we built the machines, we built the automation, we integrated a lot of AI, we integrated a lot of technology. That is how we could achieve this scale. With this scale, we basically have gone to the best manufacturing facilities that is possible. We've used the latest technologies of machines. For example, for bleaching, if you see the length of our machines, it's much longer than normal machines, because for bleaching we use the steamer thrice rather than single times or twice. Most facilities that you will go to will use it a maximum of 2 times. That is so that we can get pure white fabric, especially for institutional businesses, from in one go itself. We do not have to run it twice or thrice through the CBR, which basically eats away our production. And the customer also does not get uniformity.
Yeah.
So such small points we have taken care of. We were in this business since 1968. So after 58 years of experience, we built this facility.
And I've heard like a lot of European machines and Japanese machines that you have. Can you talk about that?
All our machines are majorly from Europe. The entire wet range is from Küsters, Germany. The printing machines are all from Ichinos, Japan. The finishing ranges are from Italy. So that was the whole idea, that we should build state-of-the-art machines.
Right. So what kind of a capabilities that you've added in terms of, like in textile, a lot of people are worried about environment and sustainability. What kind of initiatives that you have taken?
That is a very good question. So basically the facility that we build is the world's first carbon neutral facility for textiles that is out there in the entire world.
So when you say carbon neutral, what do you mean? Can you, from the viewer's standpoint, can you?
Definitely. So a textile factory majorly uses 3 energy resources. One is water. So that is the major resource which is very harmful for the environment. What we did is the entire facility is in about 200 acres of land. So we did rainwater harvesting in 200 acres of land, built a reservoir to store the water. We draw fresh water from that lake.
Okay.
Whatever water we draw from the lake, that revolves inside the plant. So 97% of the water is reused.
Okay.
Only 3% of the water is taken fresh from the lake.
Okay.
The 97% also that we reuse.
What important factors that you have considered while designing and building this manufacturing facility?
Environment was a major factor, because we see that this facility should be there for my grandchildren as well, forget my children. So that is what the idea was. So it can only be living if it is environment friendly. It is very important to give back. That was a major factor of designing the facility. Other than that, the scale. The scale was very important, because we see consolidation happening. We see a lot of factories, smaller factories being consolidated to bigger factories. And that is a reason that why we built this big facility.
When you talk about scale, what is the capacity that you have?
We have a capacity of 173 million meters, which is 500,000 meters per day. In terms of sheets, it's about north of 100,000 sheets per day.
That's quite a lot.
That's much more than any.
But do you think that kind of a demand exists in the market?
I think that this will still run short in a couple of years. That the demand is there. It is just that India is not able to cater to it. That is the reason that people do not come to India. I still see a lot of programs that should go in India that work outside, that work in China, that work in Pakistan. That's because a lot of people still export raw material fabric from India, which should never be the case. India should export finished goods.
Yeah.
But what is happening today is that India has a lot of raw material capacity, which is then exported to other countries, and then from there it is exported back to the countries that we export to our customers. And in the end, we are funding our own competition. So that makes no sense.
Okay.
If multiple such facilities come and the government is very supportive, the government is doing FTAs to make it a level playing field. In that case, I feel that even this facility will run short after a couple of years.
Okay. Okay. That's even I think after the kind of work that is happening at a central level, a lot of FTAs are coming up with Australia, Middle East, UK is already in place. Now EU is also going to happen. So it's going to be almost double the demand which is there in the market at the moment.
Definitely. The US market still buys from other countries that we were working with. Due to Mr. Trump, we learned that we cannot be reliant on one market only. We see it as a blessing in disguise. Our facility started a few weeks before Mr. Trump announced tariffs on India. So it was a difficult time for us from India. They were all dependent on our neighboring countries. All neighboring countries, still India is the largest producer for cotton fiber. All neighboring countries still used to buy a lot of raw material from India, and they used to sell it to these countries. Definitely the central government, now that it is very active, those avenues will open up, and that business will come to India very soon.
No, absolutely. I think it's a big opportunity for India. Only thing is how quickly we are able to grasp that opportunity and take advantage of it. That's what times will tell to us. You mentioned about end-to-end capabilities in your manufacturing facilities. How does it benefit to the customer when a new customer wants to work with you? How your new facility will help a new customer?
Basically, this facility we built, we can cater someone from as small as a country as Switzerland to the largest retailer in the US. So what will help the customer is that because of the size of the facility, they can come to us. But what we have done is, due to end-to-end manufacturing, even smaller customers which do not have volume per SKU, but still they can come to us and we can develop for them products. Because everything is in-house, everything is done under one roof, they do not have to worry about their products going outside, and that is why it is still possible to manage. A lot of the bigger facilities are not able to cater to the smaller customers. What happens is, when a bigger order comes in, the smaller customer is pushed back. Because everything is under one roof, that is a big advantage for the customer.
Did you make some technical changes in your capability to cater to the smaller customer while servicing the bigger customer?
So what we did is we changed the entire team for smaller customers. We have a separate unit in the facility for smaller customers. We have a separate team of merchants who look at smaller customers. The AI is in the beginning. If it's a smaller customer, the AI knows that this customer has a possibility of being pushed back at places, and so there's a AI. The entire company runs on an inherent ERP which is designed with AI. So basically what it will do is it will push that. It will keep nudging the merchant that this order will go back if there is no attention, because it is a smaller order. What tends to happen is human error. People look at the bigger picture and forget those smaller numbers, and that is not. It is not at the owner level. It is something at the merchant level. Yeah. The owner would never want to delay. So what we did is we built the entire system in such a way that even those smaller customers are not forgotten.
Okay, so in a way I can say that you smartly designed your systems and processes to integrate with the modern technology, which is AI, and helping your team members to work with those kind of a technology.
Exactly.
And take advantage
exactly.
of
that is what we did.
That's really nice. How does this facility design to cater to domestic as well as international customers?
Our focus is majorly on international customers. Our focus is not on the domestic market. We feel it is still a couple of years till India is a mature market enough for it to afford the level of business that we do. We have a handful of customers in India that we service, but it is all majorly exports.
Okay, so I would say your 80-90% focus will be only on export?
Yeah, about 90% of our focus, 90-95% of our focus will be on exports.
Okay. Now, let me talk about a very, very important subject which is related to sustainability and environment. And textile being a second largest pollution creating industry, what kind of initiatives that you have taken to take care of the Mother Earth as well as the sustainability angle? Because nowadays customers are becoming more and more conscious about it. So what kind of steps that you have taken in your new facility to cater to those kind of requirements?
I'm glad that you asked this question. So in this new facility, we have met and beat the highest standards that are there. We are now working with the company to make a new standard, because going forward, we feel that the standards that are there are still not high enough. We want the facility that we have built is entirely carbon neutral. Textile is a heavily polluting industry. Everyone knows that. So it has majorly 3 pollutants: water, the boiler runs on some fuel, and electricity. So let's take water, which is the worst according to me.
Yeah.
So basically what we did is, this entire facility is built in about 200 acres of land.
Okay.
We did rainwater harvesting in this 200 acres and built a reservoir.
Okay.
That reservoir stores water which is enough for about a year and a half of supply for my factory.
Oh, that's really big.
So basically we only use 3% of the water every day from that facility. 97% is reused within the facility.
And how do you do that?
We have done rainwater harvesting in about 200 acres of land, and we have built a reservoir wherein we store water which is good enough for 2 years of supply. That is because we use only 3% of fresh water from this lake.
Okay.
97% of the water is reused within the facility.
To recycle it.
No, it is reused. It is not recycled.
So
it is basically what is happening is we are distilling the water.
Okay.
Normally, traditionally, people use RO systems and membranes to clean the water.
That's what I know.
So what we did is we built a new system which is proprietary. We distill the entire water. That gives us water which is much more purer and clearer than the traditional RO system does.
Okay.
So that way, the water that we get is having very low TDS.
Okay.
So the consumption of chemicals and colors that we have to use for the facility is also low.
Oh.
So in that manner, right from that stage is what we have thought about the environment.
Okay.
Then because the 3% of the water that also goes away in this 97 that we draw fresh from the lake, that is because 3% of the water, about 1% or 1.5% goes away in evaporation.
Right.
But the next 1.5% goes away with the sludge.
Right.
Is where the second part comes in, the boiler. Okay. So normally boilers are either gas fired or wood fired or coal fired.
Yeah.
What we did is we built agro waste fired boilers.
Oh.
And we mix the sludge with the agro waste and burn them in the boilers.
Okay.
And that way we get the entire boiler is renewable driven.
Right.
And because we do this, there's a lot of ash generated.
Absolutely. I was coming to that.
Because it's normal that the calorific value is low of the agro waste compared to coal.
Right.
So definitely a lot of ash is generated because the volume is bigger. Yeah. So what we did is from that ash we have built a system wherein we make bricks on site.
Oh.
So we make fly ash bricks on site which are then given away for free to the poor neighboring villages.
Wow. That's nice.
So basically the concept is that when someone buys a sheet from us, they are helping someone build a house.
Okay. Okay. That's really nice. That's a social work and saving the environment also.
Yes. And then the third is electricity. The entire facility runs on renewable energy. It is all 100% solar energy driven.
100%?
100%. We do not have any electricity coming in from the grid ever.
Okay. That's a big initiative. So I would sum it up 3 initiatives. One is water, where you are recycling 97% of the water. Second is agro waste, which again is a big problem in India. And you are using agro waste, and then the waste from the boiler, you are converting that into a bricks, which is given to the villagers nearby for building the houses. And the third one is the solar, which is like renewable energy that you are using to run the entire plant. So I would say it's these 3 things are the big initiatives that you have taken in designing this facility.
Definitely, because we want the facility to be there for my children and their children going forward. Right. It is right now not the norm for anyone in the world, but we feel that going forward we are going to see serious issues with the climate, and that is the reason that we want to be environment friendly as much as we can contribute.
So you have insured yourself for next 50 to 100 years.
That is the idea, yes.
That's great. What are the biggest challenges that the home textile industry is facing today, and how manufacturers in the country should cater to those challenges?
The biggest challenge that the manufacturing industry of home textiles is facing today is convincing the customer that our product is good enough, and convincing the customer that after an FTA is implemented, especially for Europe, that our prices are viable. Right now, I would say that the mental block is there that other neighboring countries are cheaper. But I think, especially for cotton, India is the cheapest place to be, and India can still produce the best fabric.
Okay. Even for 150 and 180 TC, where Pakistan is quite strong?
180 TC, India is now very competitive compared to Pakistan.
Okay.
Pakistan is now much more expensive compared to India.
Okay.
And there is no reason why a business should be shifted to Pakistan, especially for the US for 180 TC.
Okay.
In fact, that is one of the major businesses that we target. We do not want to target our fellow Indians business. We target business coming in from other countries. So 180 TC is a major part of our business that we target.
Okay. And what kind of markets that you are targeting in initial first phase of the company?
Basically, because it is the beginning, the US is where we'll get the volume from.
Okay.
UK FTA is implemented, so we have a guy in the UK who we work with, and the business has been very good. It has developed at a much faster pace than we thought of.
Okay, that's good.
South America is an untapped market, especially for home textiles in India.
I've heard you have been present in South American market
Yes,
earlier
we did
also.
an exhibition recently as well. We have been visiting frequently over there as well.
Okay.
South America market has been very good to us.
Okay.
US is a tough and challenging market, of course, but that is in the end where volumes will come from.
So do you have presence in Japan and Europe also?
We do not have a presence in Japan yet. Europe, we used to do a lot of business till the FTA was implemented with the GSP plus benefit was given to Pakistan.
Okay.
So we do have a presence over there. We still work with a few customers. That business has grown, I would say, twice the size it was last year, and will grow twice the size it will this year.
Okay. So you are trying to double the revenue that you are generating at the moment.
That is a very big business going forward.
So you are gaining a lot of attention in the market, and I had seen people talking about your company since I've been working with many players in the market. So they've been talking about your company and all. Is there a message that you would like to give to the customers and the stakeholders about the challenges that you've been facing within the industry?
Basically, if you see, none of the big companies have been talking. There's no challenge as far as any of the big companies concerned. All of our big companies, we know each other very well, we respect each other. But then there are a few small companies which go through unfair means and they target unfair practices, and that is how they want to try to get business. In the end, what happens is no one is the winner. The only loser is India.
Right, right.
There was an incident with us in which one of the factories targeted us. We lost business. They were expecting to get that business, but instead of the business going to them, the business went back to Pakistan, where we got it from in the first place. Some of the business that we had developed new went to China, but the retailer also decided not to work with that company. So it makes no sense for people to do this. That is a big challenge that we face with the smaller companies. I do not know why, or there is no lack of business in the environment. I don't know why they want to go through these unfair means.
Where do you see this company in next 5 years, and what are your aspirations?
We see this facility in the next 5 years as a global home textiles giant. We would not limit ourselves to a product. We do not want to limit ourselves to anything. We see that in next 2 years we will be taking expansions again. This might seem as the largest expansion to our competition, to our other stakeholders, but we feel that this is just the beginning. We feel that in the next 5 years we have a lot more facilities coming in, we have a lot more capacity coming in, and we feel that this will change how the customers look at India. India was always looked like a cottage industry, and China looked like the big brother who could actually manufacture. That is what we want to change.
That's very nice thought about India, because when we travel to China, we see huge factories. I think when I go into your factory, I see it's like a very huge setup, and it is as good as any big Chinese factory, I would say that.
Definitely. So that is the idea. India, there is no reason why India cannot build these huge facilities. Yeah. It is just that we never had the vision to build it, I would say. And that is changed. Now that we are here, we feel that this is the beginning, and there are more facilities like this that you will see in the near future.
Right. Now, let me touch on an important aspect. What kind of an impact do you see it can bring to your customers, employees, and a textile ecosystem as a whole?
So because of this facility, textile basically is the second largest employment industry in India. After agriculture, the maximum number of employees are in agriculture. So we'll definitely employ a lot of people in the business.
Okay.
Maybe not directly, but a lot of indirect employment definitely is there.
Correct.
Which is down the line.
Right.
And as far as our customers are concerned, our customers want service. Now it is no longer a product-driven business, it is a service-driven business. Right. Anyone can deliver a good product, anyone can invest in such a big facility if they have the money to. Yeah. That is not the idea. The idea is the service. We are here available 24/7 for our customers to service them. And that is what matters.
Right. I agree with you. I think customer service and satisfaction is the uttermost important thing. And if your employees are happy, and if you are taking care of the environment, which you are, so obviously all these things put together is going to build a company which there is no end to it.
Definitely. One of my old teachers had taught me that there are 3 P's in business: price, performance, and product. Yeah. If all 3 meet, there is no reason why we'll not get business.
Absolutely.
That is the entire concept based on which we build the facility.
So 3 Ps of your business. As a concluding remark, what kind of a message that you would like to give to the stakeholders, fellow manufacturers in the country?
I would say that there is a lot of business available. There is ample business opportunities for all of us to do. Let us work the right way. Let us develop India the way it can be. We feel the Prime Minister has a vision. Let us try and to fulfill that. That is all I could say.
No, and I feel there is no dearth of opportunity, right? And if we have a right vision, if we have a right product, and we are able to take care of environment in a right way, I think there is no dearth of opportunity.
The government is working hard enough to give us the opportunity that we need.
Yeah.
They are making FTAs wherever needed. They are letting go a lot of income from those tariffs that they have placed.
Yeah.
Now it is up to us. They have given us a level playing field.
Yeah.
So now it is entirely up to us to develop the business.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, and my best wishes to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.